All right, boys and girls, today we're going to be working with subtraction up to 5. Now, so far this year, we have worked on addition problems, but today we're going to be working on subtraction problems for the very first time. So let's make sure there's a couple of things that you know about subtraction before we get started. Before we get started, there's a couple of mathematical symbols that you're going to need to know. Now, when we do addition, you have something called a plus sign. That's a plus sign. But when we work on subtraction, there's something called a minus sign, and it looks like a mustache. It's called a minus sign. Okay, so today we'll be using that minus sign, all right? Now let's talk about another thing you're going to need to know. We're also going to need to know what an equal sign looks like. An equal sign looks like two minus signs stacked on top of each other. Equal sign, and that means same as, okay? So we're going to use a subtraction sign and an equal sign. And then last, we're going to show our work today using bubbles. And I'm going to show you how to do that, okay? So your job is to work with me. All right? Put both your hands on your head if you're ready to work with me. All right, let's start with our first problem. Our first problem is going to look like this. 2 minus 1 equals, and I'm going to draw a box here because I don't know what that equals. 2 minus 1 equals, You could also say 2 take away 1 equals, Now, when you solve an addition problem, I told you that means we put things together. But we're working on a subtraction problem today. When you see that minus sign, that means you start with a whole amount, you take away some, and there's some left over. So everybody practice that. We're going to start with the whole amount. You take away some, and there's a little left over. Okay, so there's two parts. This is our whole amount, the 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw 2 bubbles. 1, 2. The next thing we're going to look at is the sign, and that's a minus sign, which means we're subtracting, which means we're taking away. We're going to take away 1. Now, when I'm using my bubbles, if I want to show you taking away, I draw an X on that bubble or those bubbles that I'm taking away. I'm taking away 1, so I'm going to draw an X on 1 bubble. How many do I have left over? I have one left over, so my answer is 1. The answer to a subtraction problem is called the difference. So 2 take away 1 equals 1. If I have 2 fingers and I take away 1 finger, I have 1 finger left over. Did you see how I did that? Let's try another one now. Okay, what's this one? 2 take away 2 equals, I don't know. What's the first thing that I need to do to solve my problem? Does anybody want to take a guess by pressing their hand button? Journey, what would you do?
You put on the first 2.
Draw 2 bubbles? Right? Is that what you said?
Draw 2 bubbles under the first 2.
Yeah. Now, when I was adding, I used to draw my bubbles in a straight line underneath it. When I subtract, I usually go across. It doesn't matter what you really do. I could do it on top of each other. 1, 2. I could do it that way, and I'll get the same answer. Okay.
I got the new Trolls movie.
You got the new Trolls DVD? That's awesome. But we're talking about subtraction right now, so I'm going to mute your microphone unless you want to talk about subtraction. Now, it says 2 minus 2. That means we're going to take away 2.
I want to do some.
So what do I need to do? Serena, do you know? What do I need to do? It says take away 2.
You need to take one. You need to take away one bubble. You need to take away one bubble. One bubble, Mr. Color, you heard X on the right.
Can I ask you something, though? This says take away 2, so why do you think I should take away 1? This says take away 2.
I said take away one bubble.
Well, I know that, but I see a number 2 here. It says take away 2. So I don't want to take away one bubble. What should I do?
That's on the left or the right?
Let's see. So I'm gonna jump in real quick. Since that says take away 2, I'm gonna actually take away 2 bubbles. Okay, 1, 2. How many bubbles do I have left over, Sochi? And you can unmute your microphone and tell us. So if I had 2 bubbles to start with, I took away 2. How many do I have left over?
0.
0. That is correct. 0 means nothing. So yeah, if I had 1, 2 bubbles to start with, okay, and then I took away 2, 1, 2, I have 0. That means if I gave Sochi $2 and then she gave me back $2, 1, 2, she has no money. So sad. So sad. Good. That was awesome. Okay, let's erase our board and do another one. Erase your board in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Let's do another one. We're going to make this next one a little bit harder, okay? We're going to start with 3 as our whole amount. 3 is our whole amount, and then we're going to take away some. Why don't we take away 1 to start with? Who would like to tell me my first step in this subtraction problem? What do I need to do first? And please don't yell out, but if I call your name, I want you to tell me what you think I should do first. I'm going to pick Serena. You want to give it a shot? How many bubbles should I draw first?
3.
Say it louder. 3. Thank you very much. So I'm going to draw 3 bubbles. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. And mute your microphone. Who knows what I need? What do I need to do next? Press your hand button if you would like to share what I would need to do next to solve this subtraction problem. Jaheem, you have your hand up. Jaheem, what do I need to do next? Unmute your microphone.
Take away one bubble.
Take away 1 bubble. And how am I going to show myself taking away 1 bubble?
Do X.
I'm going to draw an X. Yeah. Wow, you catch on fast, class. So there's 1 bubble taken away. Now I have this many left over. I like to circle whatever's left over. So now, Jocelyn, what am I going to do now? I started with 3, 1, 2, 3. Jaheem said take away 1, took away 1. I've got some left over. What do I need to do now to find out my difference?
You
said 2?
I don't know.
Yeah, you count what's left over. 1, 2. Thank you. Thank you so much. You know what? I think that since you said 3, take away 1 is 1, 2. Why don't we give everybody a high 2 in 3, 2, 1, high 2. Nice work. Yeah, so 3 minus 1 equals 2. You could also say 3 take away 1 equals 2. You could also say 3 minus 1 is the same as 2. Remember, the equal sign means same as. Very nice. Show me your board when you're done with that one. I see Sochi's board and Ida's board. I did not, not to say I doubted you guys, but I did not expect you to be so good at subtraction on our first day. This is pretty awesome. Journey, yep. Zoe, Serena, Jocelyn, Jaheim. Let's erase our board. And boys and girls, we're going to stop right there because you did a wonderful job today.